100.7 and 103.7 WTIB present Talk of the Town with Henry Hinton. News, sports, and community information, and everything that's going on around town. Now, with Talk of the Town, here's your host, Henry Hinton.
All right, hour two of Talk of the Town here Monday morning, March 24, 2014. Welcome in, everybody. Henry Hinton and Trent McGee on sports. Good morning, McGee.
Good morning. Good morning.
And at the news desk this morning, Carly Swain from WITN. Good morning, Carly.
Good morning.
Coach Carr is controlling the dials this morning for radio. Good morning, Coach. And Michael Buscemi back in the studio this morning after a very active couple of weeks. Michael, we were getting it on last few weeks, weren't we, buddy?
What?
Absolutely.
We were out everywhere.
Absolutely.
Meaning we were busy, Carly. Control yourself. And
we were getting jiggy with it.
oh no, I wouldn't have gone there, I don't think.
No, that's not right.
I'm sorry. I don't think I
We
heard
were
that
not doing
properly.
that then.
That Michael is hip, isn't he? Getting jiggy with it. When
I'm
did
hip.
people
I'm like,
stop
what is
saying
that,
that? About
20 years
84?
behind?
About 84 people stopped
84?
saying that. Getting jiggy with it.
Is that about right?
Michael, you
I think when they stopped producing GAC is when that stopped.
GAC?
Yeah.
What
At
is
least I
that?
didn't say I was
don't
getting
know-
funky. You know, that'd been
I
worse.
don't know what that is. What was GAC?
Marketed by Nickelodeon. It was
No.
like
The
that
green stuff.
slimy. Yeah.
Oh, the slime
yeah.
stuff? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
back when Pogs were in.
Trip down memory lane for Carly.
Speaking
this
my
morning.
language, Michael.
By the way, did we ever get a final number on how much money was raised in tips for the American Red Cross on Friday morning? We had one heck of a crowd out there at the celebrity breakfast, didn't we? There was a lot. By the way, Lynette Taylor was awesome.
Per usual, right? Per usual,
I love
honestly.
Lynette.
Like
Lynette
seriously.
was begging people for money for the Red Cross.
She was. She did great.
Coach,
She does it with such class. You don't realize it, and you're smiling, and before you know it, you're just handing her money.
Ruffin
you know?
McNeil was running around and he was sweating. He was waiting on tape.
Coach McNeil came in
what,
working.
What was really funny was to see people flagging him down. Excuse me, Coach, can I get some more coffee? And he was, yes, sir, yes, sir. He would get right to it. I mean, it was
Were
pretty.
people
played
asking
the part
Lynette for
well.
like news headlines? With
I
her
don't know. I
coffee?
didn't hear that.
Probably.
But
I bet.
anyway, huge
I know
crowd
when you
out at
left.
Rep Express on Friday morning for the Red Cross Heroes campaign. When I left, it was about $1,700.
It was right at that, yeah.
But then I wrote a check. So
1705.
not quite. Look, here's the thing. I actually wrote a check for $100, and here's why. Because I looked at Michael and our crew that was over there, and they were stuffing their face the whole 2 hours. Ben and Alex and Michael. Every time I looked up, instead of working, they were eating the waffles. They were eating the sausage gravy.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you? This is a fundraiser. You guys are leaving a tip, right?" And they would all. And Ben looked at me and went, "I didn't bring any money. I didn't know."
What was your excuse, Michael?
Michael just he's never going to give any money away.
I have moths in my wallet. I haven't seen a paycheck since 1990.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's where you want to go this morning. Oh,
Stay out
okay.
of this one.
Anyway, so I
No, I mean, I turn my paychecks over to my wife.
Oh.
That's what I mean. I've never seen one.
Okay. I know that I think it was near $2,000 before it was over with raised for the American
That's
Red Cross.
good in 2 hours.
That was pretty good in tips. Are you serious?
Yeah.
We had a huge crowd of people out there. A lot of pictures on Facebook. If you go to my Facebook, you got them on yours too, right?
Yep.
On the WTIB Facebook, 103.7. You access the WTIB Facebook page by going to 103.7 WTIB. All right, a lot to get to. The biggest news of the morning, I think, is the fact that the weather is not going to be as drastic as we thought. That's kind of what Jim was saying this morning too, wasn't it?
Exactly.
So the original plan over the weekend, the National Weather Service and all the meteorologists were saying that this precipitation was going to come in overnight tonight. And, of course, temperatures tonight are going to be about freezing. And so they were concerned that we would probably get a little snow tonight, maybe some sleet. But I'm here to tell you this morning that we don't think it's going to happen. Because the precipitation is now not going to be here until after like 9 in the morning, and temperatures tomorrow are going to be too warm, I think, for it to happen. So if you got to travel tomorrow, keep that in mind because there's like an 80% chance of rain all day tomorrow. But temperature's going to be up in the 50s tomorrow, like a 51, something like that. And then still cold on Wednesday. Temperatures back down into the mid 40s. And then Thursday, we're back in the 60s. And by the time we get to the weekend, back in the 70s again. Did you have a good weekend, McGee?
I did. I did spend a lot of time watching basketball. And
Are you
a lot of
watching the
yard work.
NCAAs?
I am. I enjoy watching it.
Will you watch it from here now that there's no one in it that we care about?
Because my champion and my Final Four is still intact, yes.
So let me guess, you're still winning the
I'm not
the
winning.
big pool.
I'm not winning.
Where
but
are you? Where do you rank?
I'm within the top 6 of both of my brackets.
How many people are in this pool?
One is 89 is in the CBS pool I'm in, and then I think 43 are in the Pot Seekers. So if my
McGee
champions
wins these things every
my
year.
champions can stay afloat, then I'll be okay. But if one of them goes down, then I'm busted. So, but yes, I'll watch.
Hey, what would you do, Michael? You're a dad. McGee, you're going to be a dad.
Hopefully.
What would you do if your kid was being bullied on the school bus and you went to the school system and you said, look, I got a problem. My kid's being bullied on the school bus and nobody's stopping it. What would you do? Michael, you're the dad in the group other than myself. What would you do?
That's a good question because the school system in the county I live in practices CYA. That's all they practice. I don't know.
CYA, get it?
Yeah.
No.
Cover your apples.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so there's this guy in Cameron, North Carolina. This is on, I think it's in Harnett County. That's around Smithfield, right? Somewhere down in there.
Well, Smithfield's Johnston County.
Front page of the News Observer this morning. This guy, Chris Eichel, has a son who was being bullied on the bus. He went to the Harnett County schools for help and was told, we'll take care of this, don't worry about it. Then he never heard anything back. The school system didn't call him back. The kid comes home every day and says, there's a bunch of kids on the bus bullying me. So he walks to the bus stop with a kid, gets on the bus, lays out the driver, and then goes back in the back of the bus to where the kids are and tells the kids, if you don't stop bullying my son, I'm going to take care of this myself. You're going to have to deal with me. Those were his words. You're going to have to deal with me. Okay, now what do you think happened to him?
It's not good.
He got put in jail.
Yeah, I'd guess for laying out the driver, that's assault.
You mean laying out
Well,
verbally?
he didn't hit him. He just
Oh, okay.
he just called him incompetent
a verbal
and
layout.
said, "I'm going to get you replaced." It was a verbal laying out.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
because
I'd say
he took
arrested.
matters into his own hand, trying to protect his son, and then he got thrown in jail in Harnett County Jail.
Because Cameron's in Moore County. No, it's Harnett County.
It is? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, apparently this is he lives. His address must be Cameron, but he lives in Harnett County. All right, so the kid, he's quoted this morning in the newspaper saying, "It is my responsibility to protect my children, and I will do whatever I have to do to keep him safe." You know, I don't know that I would have done that. I
Yeah.
think I would have probably sought out the parents.
Would you have maybe found a way to drive your kid to school for a week or so?
I would have sought out
while
the
you
principal.
sort that out?
Well, maybe he doesn't, maybe he can't. I mean, I don't know what his situation is. Got a picture of him
Well,
in
the
here. Looks
situation
kind of
is
like
he's home long enough to jump on the bus,
yeah.
you know?
I go to school and find the administration, and I maybe go that route with them. Maybe not that way and saying that, but you know what I mean. That's who you seek
Principals
out.
say you want something done, and
That's
you
who you
know,
seek
here's
out.
the thing: a lot of parents too will come to a news station and say, you know, this is happening at my kid's school. I want to expose it. But you know, to be fair about everything, just like, you know, if somebody called and said, you know, somebody did X, Y, and Z, I want them charged. Well, you know, Did you go to the police to report it? Did you go to the principal's office? Did you go to the school superintendent? Did you go to the school board? There are multiple venues that you do have to go through, and sometimes a parent skips a step or whatever, but maybe he didn't. Maybe it is that frustrating and but there are certain steps. We've gone over this many times, and I've reported on it in many different counties. But there are hoops to jump through as a parent. It's part of it.
My sister, who is a longtime school teacher, and she's a retired school teacher, she just texted me and said it's against the law for a parent to get on the bus in a situation like that.
Plus, you think about it, a 6-year-old.
But does it warrant the guy going to jail? I mean, I could see, him, kind of being fined, but I guess they call the police and they sent the police to the guy's house for his job.
I don't know how old the kids were, but
the kid was 12, but he's an oversized kid. He's like a big kid. He's 5'4", he weighs 220 pounds. So you can see he's a big target for bullying.
He's going to be everyone's hero in high school once he gets on the football
team.
Even
though a parent getting on the bus, if I was 12 years old and I was bullying a kid, would put fear in me.
Yeah,
so
and what if you weren't one of the kids doing it?
Right. So who knows what he went back and told his parents, that some guy gets on the bus saying he's going to kill me or he's going to hurt me. Who knows how that story got twisted.
Sure, yeah.
When he came on the bus.
But with all that we hear about bullying and all the things that it seems to me that the school system has to be a little complicit here. They if they're not taking the necessary actions to ensure that this kid's safety. I mean, because bullying.
Did they know?
Bullying takes on a lot of different forms. I mean, it could be verbal bullying. It could have been, physical abuse. You don't know.
It'd be interesting to see how far things went.
What was that?
Cyberbullying.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. I mean, there have been women now arrested for cyberbullying. Wasn't that down in Texas where the woman was arrested for bullying her daughter's online nemesis or something?
I think I remember that.
Remember
story,
something about that.
My nemesis.
But the sad thing is, he could probably only get away with this, and his son's safety would still be okay, being that they're 12 years old. If they were high school kids and he did this, some high school kid or parent of a high school kid would take this personally, and this would not be ending here. That's a sad thing.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if the guy ends up getting convicted or what they end up doing. I mean, it seems to me like they should probably cooler heads should prevail on that. Speaking of the NCAA's, CBS is getting criticized for picking on a crying child in the stands. Did you see that?
And I did. It was during the Kansas game. Yeah, we did the same thing in the
second half of the Stanford-Kansas game. A little Kansas fan so distraught over his team's losing, CBS went to the crying kid multiple times. Twitter users who were following the game came down hard on the network for showing the kid from Kansas crying. They showed him over and over and over again.
Nothing new. They've been doing that. They did the same thing Friday night when North Carolina played Providence. They kept going back.
The same thing happened with the Duke Mercer game. Yeah.
They went back and forth. That little girl.
They kept showing Krzyzewski crying. What was it?
Yes. No, he just kept saying they're a good team. They're a good team. They're a good team.
They're going to find that one person who's shedding tears and keep going to them.
Yeah,
no question. Especially if it's a family member.
Is that wrong?
Yeah.
Is that wrong? I mean, as the director is in the truck and he's going, we got to show what's going on in the stands because this is part of the color of the game.
I don't know. You guys know more about the producing, directing side of it. That's a Carly question for me. But that's after one time.
What do you think, Carly?
I've probably seen enough of it.
Are they picking on the kid?
How old was she?
It was a little boy. He's probably couldn't have been more than, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah. Well, let's put it in this perspective. What if it had been your child?
Eight or 9.
Here's what I would have done if it was my child. I would have gone out and gotten him an agent.
But the thing is, the kid might have started being frustrated about the game and kind of taken on his parents' frustration, because how frustrated is an 8-year-old going to get about an NCAA basketball game? Let's be honest. But he might have taken on some of that frustration, and then before you know it, he's tired and he's hungry, and it's an 8-year-old kid who, they're still working on self-control and emotions. I mean, it's not about the game anymore. At a certain point, it's probably about the nachos.
Here's the funny thing about the whole situation, though. During the time where he was crying in the game, it was when Kansas, the game seemed to be well in the hands of Stanford. Then Kansas makes that run, cuts the game to 2. They go back to him. He has no more tears. That kid's as happy as he can be, which is pretty funny.
That's fun. I would say 1 or 2 shots when he's crying and then check back in when he's happy.
Exactly.
I think that's cool. And it's like, hey, here's our 8-year-old emotional barometer.
Then he was crying again when they got beat.
Aw, poor kid.
And then we played the cut earlier this morning, and you may have this coming up in sports. I don't know. Of Marcus Page, who could not get his emotions under control in the locker room last night after Carolina lost. You want to play that? Bring that here. Play that. Play some of that. He felt so responsible. I mean, because he did make that play at the end of the game where he left his feet. What happened on that play, Coach? He left his feet. He was trying to get a pass into somebody inside, and it was very un-Marcus Page-like, wasn't it? And the kid from the kid from Iowa State picked up the ball, and they got a layup out of it, and that pretty much ended the game, right?
Yeah, they ended the game, but Marcus wasn't a cause for them to lose.
But he he feels that way, and he's such a great kid. You going to play this?
I am. I'm ready.
He was in. Here he is. Here's Marcus Page in the locker room last night after all of that happened, and he immediately goes and they start shoving microphones and cameras in his face, and the kid is trying to get himself under control.
At the end of the day, we had a chance to win. We had the possession, we had the ball, and we had the ball in my hands with James Michael setting the screen, and that's worked out for us all year. I mean, I just didn't make the play.
But you made a lot of plays today in the whole year.
Yeah, my teammates trust me in that situation. I come through for them a lot. If I had that play 1,000 more times, I'd be confident making the play 1,000 times again, and I'm sure my teammates would feel the same way. But I just left my feet without anywhere to go with the ball, and James Michael wasn't ready for the pass, and then they got to run out on a layup, and
having just met that kid and spent a little bit of time with him, that's hard for me to watch.
Oh my God.
That is hard for me to watch. He's such a nice young man. But is that wrong also? Is it wrong for the media to be in there shoving microphone? I kind of look at the media relations folks and say, where were the Carolina media relations guys, the SID office? That kid wasn't ready to face the media, was he? Huh?
Was Tyler Hansbrough ready to face the media when there was blood running down his front of his face?
Well, that happened out on the court.
Right. But, nobody turned their camera away from it.
Well, that I could defend. That I could defend. That happened during the game. It was, it was part of the action. And, what is the director supposed to do? Not show that?
This is the same, that's a producer issue. Number one. And number two, I think this is the same thing that we saw during the Olympics. Remember, what is his name? This snowboarder who said he was doing it for his brother who had just passed away not too long ago. Same issue.
That's right.
Same issue.
And the girl from NBC kept pushing him.
That's what everyone said. They said they kept pushing.
Yeah, right.
And she, I heard a question, I heard a follow-up question, and then I saw her comfort him.
But in this case, you actually have
and you heard people question,
the
are you
media,
okay?
The media trying to console him. So
I'm okay. I'm
same
okay
thing happened during
it.
the Olympics.
Same thing. And if you got to see any of the post game and Duke Mercer game, Quinn Cook was crying, Thornton was crying, and they were answering questions.
They
I've seen
worked
a
so
lot
hard,
of people crying.
They all do.
And they were going to them. So.
Well, anyway. So now, as far as I'm concerned, the NCAAs are over. Duke's out. Carolina's out. State's out. There's nobody to watch. Nope. I really don't care that much about Virginia. Can Virginia win it?
I don't think they can win it all. No. I think they have a tough time getting by Michigan State.
I actually saw Virginia when they played Adden Raleigh against NC State, and they looked like national champions that day.
They played like a top seed last night. That's for sure.
All right, 23 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's get a break in. We're coming back. The very latest from WITN coming up next, including update on the condition of the little 6-year-old boy who was hit by a vehicle yesterday in Grifton, and more from Carly Swain at the news desk. We're coming back 23 now after 8.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Only the best music. Here is a track from Out of Sight.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. Oh, I feel like I woke up this morning and I could change the world. I could change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we don't simply take cases. We take your case personally.
I've been in several car accidents, and each time I've turned to Hardy & Hardy for help. They are honest, hardworking, and dependable. I've been satisfied with the conclusion of each case, and I would recommend Wayne and Charles Hardy to my family and friends.
You matter to us.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
It's the #1 for everyone sales event going on now at Greenville Toyota. You've heard of 20% off at the mall and the big retail discount stores, but never before on Toyotas. Greenville Toyota announces up to 20% off MSRP on a huge selection of brand new Toyotas. Plus, get 0% financing on 9 new Toyota models, all with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. And we need your trade, so we'll pay you up to 120% of book value, guaranteed. Don't miss the #1 for everyone sales event with new Toyotas up to 20% off MSRP this month at Greenville Toyota.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. .34 degrees here at 27 minutes after 8. Just kind of looking around the area. It's 33 in Edenton, 34 in Elizabeth City. It is 37 degrees right now in Kitty Hawk and 38 in Manio. So why is it warmer up there? Beaufort is 39 degrees. And Jacksonville is 37 degrees. I was actually at the beach this weekend. I actually stayed here and played golf Saturday morning and drove to the coast. And by the time I got to it was 77 degrees when I left Greenville at about noon, maybe 12:30. I played golf early on Saturday, McGee.
It was a good day to do it.
And by the time I got to the coast, the temperature had dropped, and it was so cold you couldn't stay out on the beach because the wind coming in off the ocean was so cold you couldn't stay out there. So much for the beach weekend. Never went out to the beach. I just walked outside and went, no, not going out there.
Aww. I know some people went to the beach.
It's too cold. Yeah. We're not quite beach weather yet, but
we're just hoping.
The good news is no snow tonight, so we're hearing, and keep your fingers crossed for that. Let's check weather and news. Have the full weather coming up in a minute, but first of all, Homer Tire brings us our WITN news update to the news desk. Here's Carly Swain this morning.
Good Good morning, Henry. It's about 33 degrees outside in Greenville at last check. Time now is 8:28. Here's a look at your WITN news headlines. A little boy in the fight of his young life right now, trying to recover after he was hit by a pickup truck. Grifton police say the child was playing in a cemetery on Saturday afternoon along Queen Street and for some reason ran into the street. Grifton Police Chief Brian Colley says a Ford Ranger tried to swerve but hit the boy. He was taken to Vidant Medical Center. The last update we were able to get was from Grifton Police. They said the child was in critical condition on Sunday. Still no word yet on any charges. Police say that investigation continues. And new information this morning on a plane crash along the Outer Banks. The plane was registered to a man from Northampton County. FAA records show the fixed-wing Fantasy Air SRO that crashed in the woods of the Wright Brothers National Memorial in Park in Kill Devil Hills was registered to a Douglas Hampstead of Henrico. That's according to the Outer Banks Voice. It's not clear if Hampstead was on the plane, but we know both the pilot and the passenger survived that crash. The pilot, however, was taken to Vidant Medical Center for a serious eye injury. The FAA is expected to arrive along the Outer Banks today to continue the investigation. A local beach town bracing for some serious hikes in their flood insurance because the government program is in debt. More than 17,000 North Carolina property owners with federal flood insurance face some sharp premium increases as the government works to get the flood program back in the black. Among the places this is causing worry is Topsail Beach in Pender County. The town has a year-round population of 368 people, but an AP analysis shows that 289 property owners face rate increases that could amount to thousands. That's 78% of the town. Mayor Howard Braxton says there will be hurt for people who have rented their modest beach bungalows to vacationers for years. That's a look at your WITN News update on this Monday morning. Time now 8:30 on the dot. I'm Carly Swain. Henry, back to you.
All right, thank you. Let's check McGee now in the very latest weather update. What you got, McGee?
Sunny skies for today with a high of 48 degrees, partly cloudy for tonight. Lows in the low 30s. Now Tuesday, rain showers in the morning, becoming a more steady rain late in the day with a high of 51. About an 80% chance of rain for your Tuesday. Rainfall could reach around 1/4 of an inch. Tonight, Tuesday night, a few showers in the evening with clear skies overnight. Lows right around 28 degrees. Wednesday, sunshine is back in the forecast, warming up a little bit. Highs in the mid-40s and lows in the upper 20s. And looking ahead to Thursday, partly cloudy skies and temperatures warming up again with highs into the lower 60s and lows in the mid-40s.
News and weather this hour, a service of Homer Tire and the Homer Tire real estate team. Good to see a lot of the Homer Tire team out at the Celebrity Waiters Breakfast on Friday morning at Rep. In fact, Homer himself could have been waiting tables. He's such a celebrity these days. But they're selling homes like crazy. They're off to a great start. 2013 was a record year. They just keep selling homes. Their staff is getting larger, and they're selling more homes than anybody. I tell you, if you are looking to list your home and you want it to sell fast, you need to call Homer Tire, 758-HOME. That's 758-4663. Or you can go to the website at guaranteedselLNC.com, guaranteedselLNC.com. Remember, never a long-term contract. You can fire them at any time and pay them nothing. Go to the website, see some of the great testimonials, or go to GreenvilleHeadlines.com now and see the great video with Homer on the front page of GreenvilleHeadlines.com. We've got some great videos on the website. And Homer, if you go up to the top right corner, Homer is one of the videos you'll see rotating up there, is one of our initial sponsors of GreenvilleHeadlines.com, and we appreciate him doing that very much. 8:32, now 28 minutes in front of 9 o'clock. We're coming back. What's the latest on the Malaysian airliner? What do you think happened to that plane? You know, a lot of conspiracy theories popping up now, and there's some crazy stuff being said out there about that. If you got an opinion on what happened to the Malaysian airliner, got a little time to open up the phone lines if you want to call in this morning. 561-8255, 561-TALK, 561-8255. We'll be right back.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units, 8x15 or 8x10. delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a living manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
It's the #1 for everyone sales event going on now at Greenville Toyota. You've heard of 20% off at the mall and the big retail discount stores, but never before on Toyotas. Greenville Toyota announces up to 20% off MSRP on a huge selection of brand new Toyotas. Plus, get 0% financing on 9 new Toyota models, all with the Greenville Toyota Advantage. And we need your trade, so we'll pay you up to 120% of book value, guaranteed. Don't miss the #1 for everyone sales event with new Toyotas up to 20% off MSRP this month at Greenville Toyota.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
Here is a track from Out of Sight.
Sorry.
Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
At the law firm of Hardy & Hardy, we don't simply take cases. We take your case personally.
I've been in several car accidents, and each time I've turned to Hardy & Hardy for help. They are honest, hardworking, and dependable. I've been satisfied with the conclusion of each case, and I would recommend Wayne and Charles Hardy to my family and friends.
You matter to us.
Protecting the rights of the seriously injured.
Someone once suggested a camera in the studio during the commercial breaks. That would be deadly for us, wouldn't it?
Not a good idea.
That wouldn't work.
Let's not do that.
8:36:24 in front of 9 o'clock. Happy Monday morning, everybody. Going to be sunny today and 48. Not a bad day. And thankfully, the weather forecast has improved dramatically. So no snow tonight as it was originally predicted. Associated Press has just released their latest story on the Malaysian Flight 370 mystery. Chinese and Australian planes have spotted several objects in an area of the southern Indian Ocean identified by multiple satellite images as containing possible debris from the Malaysian Airlines Flight 370. Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott says the crew on board an Australian P-3 Orion located two objects, the first gray or green and circular, the second orange and rectangular. That could just be an Orange Crush bottle. An Australian Navy supply ship is on the scene trying to locate and recover the objects, and Malaysia's defense minister said it could reach them within a few hours. Meanwhile, the Xinhua news agency reports the Chinese crew saw two large objects and several smaller ones spread across the ocean several square miles. China's foreign minister says a white square-shaped object was captured on a camera aboard the plane. U.S. Pacific Command is sending a black box locator to the area. It can hear the black box pinger down to a depth of about 20,000 feet. So what happened to this airplane? I don't. I mean, since the Bermuda Triangle popped up, we've not had a mystery like this with an airplane just missing, right?
Sure.
And I'm still convinced that it was a terrorist attack. And then, did you see over the weekend? I know there are a lot of conspiracy theories being thrown around now, but I got an email over the weekend from somebody who was claiming that the United States government shot it down.
That makes total sense.
That we had a warship out there somewhere and we just blew the plane up.
That's probably what happened.
And the first thing that goes through my mind was, and the motive was? I mean, why would we be shooting down a Malaysian airliner? Because we owe them money? I mean, what's the deal with that? What do you think? Does anybody have a theory on what happened to that airplane? 561-8255. Do you think it was terrorism? I do think it was terrorism. And did you see that there was a report now that, that some of the files have been deleted from the, I guess they have a way of detecting some of the flight files from the pilots. They say some of those files were deleted after the plane went missing, which is making it harder to find. So you have to think then that a pilot or someone who knew how to do that deleted some of those files.
That makes it even more interesting when you hear that. I don't know what happened. You're hearing so many different theories about this and that. I don't know what to believe anymore.
But they've been spotting these satellite images in the ocean. The other thing that I have been amazed at is that they can take satellite imagery and look at this stuff bobbling up and down in the ocean, and they can tell you exactly how large it is. Have you noticed that? They came on this weekend and said that there was an object floating 24 by 5 meters, which would be 80 by 15 feet. And so I'm thinking from space, they can tell us how large or how small an object is in the ocean. Do you think they could probably spy on you? I will tell you this: the next time I'm out in my boat, I'm keeping my top up. I don't want anybody looking at me out in my boat and checking, from a satellite to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
You and Jimmy Carter.
Not that there'd be anything going on. Yeah, but Jimmy Carter was on Meet the Press yesterday. I'll play that again here. We played that last hour. Jimmy Carter is convinced that the United States government is spying on his email.
As a matter of fact, I have felt that my own communications were probably monitored. And when I want to communicate with a foreign leader privately, I type or write the letter myself, put it in the post office, and mail it, because I believe if I send an email, it will be monitored.
So if Jimmy Carter sends a letter to Vladimir Putin, does he really read it? Don't you think he looks at this and goes, "Who is Jimmy Carter?
Well, it's not in my junk folder.
Who are you?" Kim Jong-un, who is 16 years old or something? I mean, you think he knows who Jimmy Carter is?
No.
Jimmy Carter has a very elevated view of his own self-worth, doesn't he? Remember when he said he was the greatest president in American history?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a legend in his own mind. All right, 8:42, 18 minutes in front of 9 o'clock. We're going to get back to sports. See, nobody wants to talk about Malaysia. I don't blame them. It's kind of boring. We're all tired of it. Let's get back to sports. We got McGee coming up on sports next. It's Monday morning Talk of the Town here for Monday, March 24th.
Welcome to Truck Month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lease the new 2014 Ram 1500 for just $199 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we are empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Here is a track from Out of Sight. sorry. Oh, hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage Company will deliver a storage unit to your home or business today. Stallings Storage is the only local company providing mobile storage units 8x15 or 8x10 delivered to your site. If you are remodeling your home or office or need to store merchandise and inventory at your business, you need to call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage. We deliver, pick up, and store it for you. It's that easy, and there's no need to send your business out of town when your mobile storage needs can be met right here with people you know. Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage is located in Pitt County on Beast Oaks Road. It's a well-secured facility with a live-in manager. Fixed units range from 5 feet by 10 feet to 40 feet by 40 feet. We store boats, cars, anything you need. We are pirate supporting pirates. Call Stallings Mobile and Mini Storage today at 321-2300. That's 321-2300.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Come see Eastern North Carolina's largest selection of Jeeps here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $349 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
It's Dickie V, baby, on my favorite morning show. And this weekend took a whack into your bracket, especially when Duke didn't keep their Dukes up and got upset by Mercer, who I call Murder, because that's what they did to Duke. Who knew? And Syracuse, no excuse. They got beat by number 11 seed Dayton, who hasn't seen the Sweet 16 since 1984, when I sat next to David Lee Roth at a Lakers game and told him he should go solo. What can I say? Sometimes I don't know how to pick him. But one thing is for sure, this weekend in the Sweet 16, there will be some sweet matchups and some cheerleader upskirts from the cameraman. Watch close, they do it every game. Love the show. Look forward to talking to you at the end of the week. Dickie V, baby. Could you stop with the drum? I'm half deaf.
Dickie V.
Never lost for words.
Yeah, since 1984 when he sat next to David Lee Roth at a Lakers game and told him to go solo. That's a Dickie V. Dickie V. I heard Kenny Smith actually refer to Dickie V yesterday on CBS. And I was thinking the producer was probably in the control room going, no! Because they were showing some video when Kenny Smith was playing in the NCAA tournament back in the mid-'80s. And he made some comment about what Dickie V had said, what Dick Vitale had said to him. And I was thinking to myself, the guys at CBS don't want to talk about Dickie V on their NCAA coverage, do they?
No, they don't.
I don't think so.
Anything with Dickie V's name in it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, speaking of that, it's time for some sports. And our sports update this hour brought to you by Suddenlink. And it's another NCAA weekend. And, of course, something like for the first time in, what did we say, 36 years? First time in 36 years, there will not be a North Carolina team in the Sweet 16 after Carolina got knocked out yesterday. Here's McGee on sports.
Yeah, Iowa State's DeAndre Kane put Iowa State up by 2 with 1.6 seconds to go. The Tar Heels inbounded the ball to Nate Britt, who dribbled past midcourt as time expired. And that is how the game ended. Iowa State 85, North Carolina 83. North Carolina out for the second consecutive season. after the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament. After the game, North Carolina head coach Roy Williams explaining what happened.
The referee said that the clock operator started the clock late, and they didn't recognize my call into timeout. And then when they did recognize calling the timeout and went to the monitor, they realized that the clock operator had started the clock late, and so there should not have been any time left when they did make the observation that we were calling timeout. So let's not lay this on the officials, and that's what my kids are just saying.
Again, North Carolina out, Duke out, NC State out, and for the first time in 30-plus years.
By the way, I'm trying to remember which I went on Twitter right after the game because I wanted to see what everybody was tweeting. And one of the guys, one of the national sports writers, I can't remember who it was. Who's the big basketball guy for ESPN?
Andy Katz.
It might have been
Cat 40.
It might have been Andy Katz, who said before that explanation was given, the clock operator started the clock late.
Yeah.
So, but it's kind of sad that. But again, the human error becomes part of the game. But think about all the things that went wrong for Carolina in the last minute of that game, the last 30 seconds of that game, the last 15 seconds of that game.
Well, really the last 3 minutes. They probably shouldn't have lost the lead. I mean, they had a comfortable lead in that game and let that slip away. So no one's really talking about that. Yeah. But anyway, tough loss. It was. At number 11, Tennessee ripped number 14, Mercer, 83-63. Vols joined Florida and Kentucky as 3 SEC teams in the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2007. Number 4, UCLA, 77. The 12th seed, Stephen A. Austin, 60. So that ends their run, Cinderella run for Stephen A. Austin. Number 6 seed, Baylor blasted number 3 seed, Creighton, 85-55. Blue Jays senior Doug McDermott finished with just 15 points in that loss. Number 10, Stanford got by the 2nd seed, Kansas, 60-57. And the 8th seed, Kentucky, ended Wichita State's perfect run at 35 with a 78-71 win there. Number 1, Virginia looked like a top seed in the 78-60 win over number 8, Memphis. The number 5 seed Cavaliers, 1 seed Cavaliers put 5 players in double figures in that game. They would move on to face Michigan State coming up on Friday. Number 1, Arizona took down number 8, Gonzaga, 84-61. Sweet 16 play begins Thursday. Henry talked about Chris Jans, Wichita State's associate head coach, possibly being the head coach at UNCW. Well, he's going to be the head coach at Bowling Green, and that was announced.
So he took the Bowling Green job?
He did, not long after the Wichita lost to Kentucky on Sunday. EC baseball news: the Pirates completed the Conference USA Series sweep of Charlotte, taking both games of the Saturday afternoon doubleheader, 8-5 and 5-2. The Pirates now 13-11 overall and tie with the Florida International for second place in Conference USA at 6-3. ECU back in action Tuesday, hosting UNC Wilmington. And on the Lynx, Adam Scott blew up 7-shot lead, opening the door for Matt Every to win the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Does that mean that Billy Donlin, the guy who beat East Carolina last week, the Wright State coach, is going to be the new Wilmington coach?
Thank you.
I would say that, and they have not announced who the Wilmington coach is going to be, but Wright State is still alive in the CIT tournament. They may win that thing. We'll see. That's our sports update brought to you by Suddenlink. Hey, if you're looking for a new career or you're wanting more from your sales career, Suddenlink is offering some incredible career opportunities right now, and they're looking for door-to-door sales representatives. Top earners can make up to, believe it or not, $70,000 per year plus benefits at Suddenlink. Come be a part of the Suddenlink team. They're holding an information session at their office this Wednesday, March 26th. Registration will begin at 9:30, and on-site interviews will follow, but you have to register in advance. I'll give you the telephone number and the website in just a couple of minutes if you want to be there Wednesday morning to be part of this, to be interviewed for one of these sales jobs. They're looking for confident, friendly, direct sales reps for face-to-face sales of Suddenlink products and services. Here is the number, 252-757-2212. You must RSVP if you're going to attend the Wednesday morning session and get interviewed for one of the new sales jobs at Suddenlink. Again, 252-757-2212 for more information. Or you can go to the website. It's workforsuddenlink.com, and it is the number 4. Workforsuddenlink.com. Suddenlink is hiring, and they're looking for a select group of sales professionals to join the team. So if you think you have what it takes, again, the Wednesday morning information session pardon me, you have to RSVP. 252-757, 2212-757-2212 for Suddenlink. All right, I'll talk about when I come back. I just found something interesting. All of the discussion in Greenville about how many people can live in a rented home in the university area, 4 unrelated. Big city council meeting in Chapel Hill tonight, and they're talking about the same thing up there. I'll tell you about that when we come back.
Welcome to Truck Month at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Lease the new 2014 Ram 1500 for just $199 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
When you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco. No matter where you go in Eastern Carolina, there's sure to be an attractive and always clean Trade Wilco Hess station nearby. For the absolute lowest prices on gas, groceries, and travel necessities, stop at any of the Trade Wilco Hess stations throughout Eastern Carolina. Keep your eyes on the road, but remember to look for the green and white Hess sign. The best part? No one supports the ECU Pirates more. So when you're on the go, it's Trade Wilco.
Oh,
Sorry.
hey, and check out that new look from Pepsi.
I don't know why, but today I feel a little bit different. I feel like I woke up this morning and I can change the world. I can change the world. I guess it's true, yeah.
Many people in eastern North Carolina suffer from diabetes. The question is, can the disease be managed before it causes harm? Are there lifestyle changes that can help prevent it in the first place? And can a health system really make a difference? At Vidant Health, we're empowering people with tools and resources to detect and manage chronic disease. Can diabetes education and management help members of your family lead healthier lives? The answer is definitely yes.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit topdogonline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Unlock the best life has to offer for generations to come. Introducing the Legacy Membership exclusively at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. As a Legacy member, you'll not only enjoy all the benefits of an active, family-friendly lifestyle, your children and grandchildren will enjoy membership status as well. Belonging to Ironwood is remarkable. Sharing it with your entire family is even better. Become a Legacy member today, only at Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Golf at its finest, life at its fullest.
Come see Eastern North Carolina's largest selection of Jeeps here at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive the all-new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $349 a month. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cracker Barrel in Greenville.
There's Dickie V's boy. He's got David Lee Roth there. And for all of you still in the brackets, here's a little Sweet 16 song for you.
To Wildcats, Badgers, Bruins, and Cavaliers, Gators, Spartans, Aztecs, and Volunteers, Cardinals, Bears, Huskies, Flyers, Cyclones, Wolverines. Your bracket's the worst ever seen. Buffett's million was a pipe dream. The Sweet 16.
There it is. 2 Wildcats, Badgers, Bruins, Cavaliers, Gators, Spartans, Aztec, Volunteers, Cardinals. Because Stanford's still in it. They're the Cardinal.
Correct.
And the Louisville Cardinals are still. Bears, Huskies, Flyers, Cyclones, Wolverines, the Sweet 16.
That's it.
1 regional team left. And for the first time in 36 years, no North Carolina team.
And no
the
perfect
Sweet 16.
bracket anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Chapel Hill's Town Council tonight will have a visitor. The student body president at UNC Chapel Hill is going to go speak. He is asking the city of Chapel Hill to allow 6 unrelated people to live in a home. 6.
Wow.
And then here in Greenville, the city council is probably going to move it back to 3 from it's currently 4. Matt Sullivan, the town's lawyer, says the town's biggest concern with over-occupancy is resident safety. He says the town is not trying to micromanage how landlords and property owners conduct their business. And, boy, what a difference that is in the way it's been dealt with here in Greenville.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff on GreenvilleHeadlines.com on the 4N related issue, which is the hottest issue in town. And I understand we're going to be getting some responses from different people. Remember, GreenvilleHeadlines.com is interactive. You can always go on and make comments, but we also welcome you to write a column or an editorial. We'd love to have it. You can just go to the website and there's under the Contact Us icon, there's it tells you how to send us a column at submissions@GreenvilleHeadlines.com. And again, if you go on GreenvilleHeadlines.com today, there's going to be a lot of new stuff added throughout the day, so continue to check back with Greenville Headlines. We're always updating the site. The traffic on this has been frighteningly good to start. And remember, there's never a paywall. You never have to pay to get the news on GreenvilleHeadlines.com. And we've got a great preview of our big feature coming up next weekend on our Greenville Headlines Weekend Edition of Beth Grant, our exclusive interview with Beth Grant. And, of course, tonight at 6:30, don't forget Greenville Vital Signs, our new show. And you can access Greenville Vital Signs videos also on the front page of GreenvilleHeadlines.com tonight. Again, Dr. Sturgis and Dr. Fountain from Atlantic Gastroenterology will be featured 6:30 tonight here on 103.7 and Cable 7. So tune in tonight. If you're looking for a doc, we'll have different suggestions for you as we feature a lot of the medical community on Greenville Vital Signs. See you tomorrow, everybody.